Hello and welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the car, welcome back to Cornwall, and welcome back to the vlog. It is summer. It is a very cloudy day in summer, but it is still very warm. We've had an entire month through May, just blue skies and sun, and now into June. We're what, a couple of weeks into June. It is, well, it is still hot, but the clouds have returned. We've had some very, very tempestuous showers, but between the showers, the sun has shone, and it has been, well, it has been a warm one. But wait, there's more. There's always more. You're driving. You're not in your living room. Yeah, also the cops have just gone past, so put on your cool face. What? What's going on? Well, it is Sunday, I can tell you that for a fact. It's also Father's Day in the UK, which is why I'm on the road. And also, there's a lot of other people on the road, so we're going to try and go through hail. That person is not indicating. Well, it wasn't, but they managed to get their car bonnet round, so we kind of got some context clue there. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of Sunday drivers out today. A few tourists. You can tell the tourists, usually because they have a plate that begins with L for London or B for Birmingham. The plates down here begin with W for West Country. So there's a lot of plates that don't quite fit. So we are going to be going slow and probably going to be stopped in traffic for a bit. But that's not what I wanted to talk about. What I wanted to talk about is you're driving in your car again. Yes. It's a very dirty car. She's a very dirty girl. But yeah, so the last time I properly cleaned the car, deep cleaned it, was the day I broke my foot. It was Easter Sunday and the Pope had just died. Yeah, and that was the day I broke my foot. I literally broke it. I cleaned the car, spent 2 hours cleaning the car, deep cleaned it, did all the upholstery, everything under the bonnet or the hood if you're American, and it was looking clean. It was looking shiny and polished and new. And I was like, I can get a load of washing through, since, you know, in between cleaning the car and spring cleaning my flat, I'll get a load of washing through. So I loaded up an extra load of washing, took it outside, and then put my foot down wrong and broke my foot. I thought it was a sprain, but it was a break. That was about 2 months ago now, more or less, and things are looking okay. It's easier to look back and see where you've come from than forward to see where you're going. I think is probably the best way of doing it. So yeah, there's a little bit of bruising on the side of my foot. It can be uncomfortable if I'm walking on it. Sometimes it's absolutely fine. Sometimes it's like, oh, I can run, I can dance, I can sing. Well, I can't sing. I can't dance either. I'm not that good at running. Sprinting maybe, but not long distance. But yeah, so sometimes it's okay. Sometimes you put your foot down and there is a sharp pain, and it's like, you want to stop now and maybe get down on your hands and knees, because this is going to hurt for a little bit. So yeah, we're almost there, tantalizingly close to being back to a baseline of what I would call normal for me. The blood clots in my leg, they seem to be easing up a bit. They're not gone, certainly. Waking up in the morning, everything looks normal. I look down at my feet and my 10 little piggies, and everything's like, oh, it looks normal down there. A little bit dry, a little bit, you know, needs to moisturize my foot, but everything's looking quite nice. And then you get out of bed and it's like, nope, everything's gone bright red and it's starting to swell up. So yeah, blood clots aren't gone. We've got another, 9 weeks of blood thinners to go before anything happens. I have a feeling that what will happen is that, no, I don't know, but I think on blood thinners, with a blocked vein in your leg, does the body just take that vein that's not working and just go, you know what, let's get rid of it, let's reabsorb it into, wow, this guy's never gonna, all right, let's go, because there's too much traffic, we're stopping everyone. Does it just absorb the entire vein back into your leg and then just make a new vein? Because I know bodies can just make new veins. I have a feeling that's why they said 3 months, and that might be the process that I have to experience. So that'll be an interesting one. And the back, yeah, the spine, my spine is fine. It's the ribs around it that got really pushed when I fell. So all the ones on the right-hand side, some of the ones on the left. But I'm almost laying down in bed. I can do it for a little bit, sleep with my back flat for a little bit. But yeah, you come like 2-3 o'clock in the morning, I do need to be sitting upright a little bit more. So not by a lot, just stuff a cushion under my back and it's okay. So I'm thinking maybe another month or so and everything's going to be looking even better again. So yeah, being positive, because damn, life's too short to be negative. Speaking of which, you've only got 4 videos this week, including this one. And you might be like, where was Baldur's Gate 3? Well, I had some trouble recording it. Because this is a gameplay channel and we do a lot of gameplay stuff on it. I had some trouble recording it. I got partway through and the game was like, oh, you're missing a file or it's corrupt or whatever. Verify your game, and it just crashed the desktop. And I was like, oh, thanks for that. I just lost 20 minutes and then I did it again and something else happened. And I was like, yeah, you're not getting Baldur's Gate 3 this week. You ain't doing it. So that was the thing. And then yesterday was interesting. Yesterday was Saturday. And I was like, I have been tired for the longest. I just feel a little bit eepy. I'm a little bit of an eepy boy. You know what? I'm just not going to do anything. I don't have any deliveries coming because, you know, living where I do. If you want to buy anything, you basically have to get it delivered. I don't have any deliveries. I don't have anything that I need to be up for. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not seeing anyone. You know what? I am just going to take the day off from like life, from everything. So I got up, I had a shower. I was the clean boy. I had a shower, you know, and then I just got back into my pajamas. I didn't even open the curtains. I started the day with croissant and coffee. So I had a couple of warm croissant and a cup of coffee made from beans, and that was quite nice. And then what I played around with OBS for a bit because we've been playing Stranded Deep, and I was wondering, because there's been hitching and stuttering in Stranded Deep, I was wondering if it was OBS causing it and whether I needed to investigate getting like an Elgato capture system for recording. Plot twist, I don't think I do. There is no problem with OBS. I tried a bunch of different things, and basically what happened was nothing really changed whether I had it open or not, whether I had the recording software open or not. So I made a little circuit on the island that we've been playing on, ran around in a little circuit, cranked the camera left and right, did pirouettes and stuff, and it didn't seem to make any difference whatsoever. So I think, as far as recording Stranded Deep goes, the game is just not that well optimized, and I think that is just I think it's just a Unity engine thing, or maybe it's just a Stranded Deep thing. But the game's never going to be optimized. It's kind of been sunsetted at this point, and they're focusing on the next game. So, yeah. What can I say? Is that Rookery? R100KRY? I think it is. It's Rookery. That's a custom plate. Yeah, so that's the thing. So I played with that for a bit, and then I just played a load of War Thunder. I was like, you know what? I log on to War Thunder a lot, but I haven't really played. Ooh, Triumph TR8. That is a beautiful little car. Oh, is that a V8? I think it's a V8. Oh yeah. So yeah, I played War Thunder for a bit. I was playing 6.3 British, got the tutel out, the tortoise. It was fun. It was fun. It's nice to just spend some time playing a game that you like and not having to record it as well. There is definite difference between playing a game and recording it for YouTube and then just playing a game for yourself. And yeah, when you don't have to narrate everything that you're doing. But yeah, no, it's been interesting. I've also been playing other games. So yesterday was fine, took the day off. It was great. It was kind of relaxing. got to the evening, I'm like, I feel recharged. But now I'm looking forward. I'm looking forward to the channel, and we're coming up to a couple of ends of games. Baldur's Gate 3 has gone on for a lot longer than I thought it would. Really, really longer than I thought it would. Much, much longer than I thought it would. That's bad English. We're almost there. We're tantalizingly close. We just have to finish the Foundry, Gortash, and I think Raphael, and then do the brain, and that's the end of the game, I think. So we're kind of closing in on it, but there's no ETA on that because an hour-long recording is not really a problem. Uploading it is. That's always been the problem with Stranded Deep and not Stranded Deep, Baldur's Gate 3, and just getting videos online. I'd like to do 2-hour videos, but you do get a little bit of fatigue as you're recording, so maybe we don't do that. Just watching everyone and seeing where they're going. The out-of-towners don't really know this road well. We got to swing out here because that's a hump on the side of the road. Yeah, the out-of-towners don't read the road very well, which is an interesting thing. So yeah, and I'm also coming up to the end of Bramble, the Mountain King, which has turned, it's a horror game. I always knew it was a horror game, but damn, I wasn't prepared for the horror that was bringing. It's a real one. So I'm sort of looking ahead and thinking about games that I might want to play ahead. I'm not really looking at another survival game. I don't really want to do that. I did The Long Dark for a bit, but in the end I just wasn't feeling it. I'm going to be honest, I just wasn't feeling the whole cold mechanic. Like, you move 10 feet and you get cold and have to light a fire again. It's like, nah, come on. That's not what I'm into. I was thinking about doing Star Citizen. So I've got a Star Citizen account. I did a couple of videos some time ago. Maybe we just jump in there, grab a spaceship and just do stuff. I don't know if anyone would be interested in that. I'm also looking at The Invincible, which it's a little, I don't know how big it is actually. It's an indie game where you kind of wake up on a planet as an astronaut mission, and you're like a sole survivor, and it's very like the equipment is very like late 70s, early 80s, and it's hugely narrative. The game is hugely narrative. It's been on my radar for a while. I think it's The Invincible, so that might be something I look at as another game, because I do like the story games. I do like the narrative games. There is a nice beginning, middle, and end to those style of games, and it also means there is something that I can start and finish. There have been games that I've played on the channel that I've started and not finished. I think one of the Resident Evils we did that with. There was a reason for that, partly because it was 2 computers ago, so 2 processors ago, and my computer was kind of not happy with it at the time, and then my cat died, and I was just like, you know what? I'm just not feeling this game, so I stopped and never went back to it. And then recently somebody posted a comment on one of the videos. It was like, oh yes, and I can't remember that they were talking. It's like, oh yeah, you were playing this game. But in my mind, I'm like, yeah, cool. If you're watching this expecting me to finish it, it was never finished, and I'm not going back. So yeah, I like picking games where I can finish it, which is why Baldur's Gate is definitely going to be finished. Definitely going to be finished. Even though it's taken nearly 2 years. Didn't plan on that, but then you never do. You never do. This is still a hobby and not a business. I've looked at trying to turn it into a business, but I don't know. I really don't know. I don't want to enable advertising on the channel because I hate advertising on YouTube, and there's so many more AI adverts these days with really poor voiceover. You can tell an AI voiceover because it sounds so disinterested, and also there's a weird harmonic in a lot of the AI voices that, yeah. And there's a lot of misleading adverts on YouTube as well. There was one for realistic puppies, which I reported several times and YouTube never did anything about. And then somebody ended up making a video about misleading adverts on YouTube for AI, for like robot puppies that didn't exist. So yeah, I don't want to subject you guys to that. The channel's not big enough to have sponsored segments. So I'm not doing sponsored segments. As far as merch goes, I don't know. I don't think people really want t-shirts and stuff. But it comes with a slight problem. It's like, if you start selling stuff and you make over a certain threshold a year, then you got to start paying tax on it, which means you may as well register the channel as a business. And if you register the channel as a business, then I've got to have a business account, and then I've got to do taxes on that. And I'm just like, I'm quite happy just having it as a hobby. I don't know. But I think I might leave it here for the time being. So yeah, the health is getting better. Took a day off, and looking at the channel, and everything looks okay. But I'm going to leave it here because I don't want to dox my parents. So if you like this video, definitely leave a little like. Leave a subscribe if you've got to this point in the video and not subscribed. If you want notifications, dingle the bingle. If you don't want notifications, don't click the bell. Thank you all for being here. You make this channel worth doing. You really do. Like, seriously. And I notice all the familiar names in the comments. It's nice to have the community, such a good community around the channel. And I'll tell you what, I'll catch you next time.